everybody, this is Felicia, long time no see, and I am back with a processing video using my Allie Edwards story kit. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I did not come up with this idea that I'm about to show you right now. It was Crystal Adante, who actually is on the Allie Edwards One Little Word team for 2022 this year, and she was on there for last year, and she has her own scrapbooking channel, so I will link her channel at the bottom of my video here. But this idea of preparing the kit, going through the kit, marking it down through the designs and everything, that is something that came from her. It was the best idea I have seen yet, and I really appreciate her for coming up with that idea. And I use her free templates so that you can plan out your story and things like that. And I'm so sorry if you hear a dog barking in the background. It's my neighbor's dogs. People don't keep their dogs quiet around here. But anyway, you can see what I'm holding right there is the 6x8 sheet of paper, and it's so cool because I can put these in my story binder. Now, the story binder, I got that from the Allie Edwards a while ago when she was selling them, but I do not see them anymore unless I bypass them. But I don't see them anymore. But what you can do is you can use a regular 6x8 binder to store your story stamp ideas in blank forms or forms that you've already used. So I just want to give a shout out to Crystal for this. So I'm going ahead into this. Now, what I did was I typed up my story, and I forgot how useful and what I started scrapbooking for in the first place. And it was to tell stories. And yes, I have been missing for a little while because I lost the sight of why I started scrapbooking in the first place. And so, as you can see, this is one of my things that sparked me, which is to get back into it, because plus, on top of that, I have a lot of the Allie Edwards story kits that are piling up, and I need to get on with using them. So I am not doing a Project Life sort of deal here. I am doing stories that I feel that are pretty much worth telling now. I don't print a lot of photos like I used to. I print a few at a time. I don't do a whole lot of that anymore because I found out that that was a lot of waste or time consuming. So I'm going through my chipboards here, and you can see by the amount of chipboards that I have in this holder here that I have let my Allie Edwards stamps set and story kits pile up. And I've been with Allie since she started the story kit subscription. I've had it since 2014. It is now 2022, and I'm still going with it because it is very important. I forgot the reason why I got involved with it in the first place. And at the very beginning, I started telling stories, and I would tell them on 8.5 by 11s and 12 by 12s, and people were not so much interested in that at the time when I first started it. Now everybody's getting on the bandwagon with it, and I've been doing this for a while, so I'm really surprised at how many people are actually taking to this now that it's been out for a little while. But you know, yes, we love the pretty papers. Yes, we love all the pretty little embellishments, because I am not gonna lie, I am one to confess that I love all that stuff. But at the same time, I just wanted to make sure that it's clear that I am getting back into basically scrapbooking with a story. So here you see me now. I am done with gluing this onto the paper here that I've selected to put this on in the album. And what I'm going to be doing next is I'm definitely going to be, and there's a long pause in here. I don't know where I went. Oh, I went to go get some paper. I'm going to be putting some reinforcement tabs on here because this is just going in the binder just naked, just like it is, and without a page protector or anything. And I know it's going to be subject to a little bit of wear and tear, so I have what you call a reinforcer, circle reinforcer, and there it is right there. And I'm cutting the paper, and I'm cutting the little reinforced circles that I'm going to be gluing individually on these holes, so that when you are looking at it, and if it does get some wear and tear, at least it's reinforced with some extra cardstock. So that's what I'm going to be doing right there. I want my stories to be passed down. I found out, unfortunately, that I am the only person in my family and among my siblings that is doing this. I have nothing but brothers, and it's just been one of those things that it's fallen on me. So now what I'm doing is I'm making sure that my stories are getting told. Things that need to be told about my family, things that need to be told about a lot of things. So sorry about that. Normally we don't get a lot of ambulance or sirens over here, but for some reason we just happen to get one tonight. Anyway, so I have to remember how my stories are going to be told. I have to make sure that I save them. I have to make sure that, because I am the only one in my family that is doing this, and I realize that, unfortunately. So that's why I am doing this, and I realize that the importance of me doing this is going to not only just put that responsibility on myself. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is, hey, if no one else is going to tell the stories, I might as well. So that's what I'm doing. I do have family members that do take a lot of photos, but they're mostly digital, and they don't really have anything underneath them to say too much of anything. And that's the thing. If you're going to do it digitally, then you need to, at least put a little caption of what it was or what happened or what the case may be so you can remember it. So, but like I said, I'm the only one in my family. So I decided to go ahead and make it count. And this is what I'm doing now is I'm making sure that I am definitely telling a story. So a lot of my scrapbooking projects that you're going to see from here on out are going to be lengthy. They're going to have a lot of stories because and I'm going to tell you now, verbally and writing wise, I love to tell stories. I can type for days and days and days and days telling a story. Someone told me that you should take all those stories and write a book. And I'm thinking, I don't know if anybody be interested in that, because I have stockpiles and books and papers and all kinds of stuff just full of stories. And they're all little stories about my family. I could change names and things like that. But, I do a lot of that. And I also do a lot of journaling. So that's what I do. So right now, as you can see right here, I am done with this one particular layout here. So I'm going to be doing 2 layouts, by the way, on this because they're so small. I decided, you know what, why not just combine them? And so that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually finished with this first one. And this is a photo that I took of my children and myself and their dad when we were down in Southern California for his birthday. We had a great time down there. We spent 4 days down there, and we really enjoyed spending the time down in Los Angeles there with my youngest daughter, who's in the photo, because she lives down there now. And it's just, the story is just talking about how my children no longer live with me, and it's really, I felt really, at first, it's like the empty nest syndrome, and I didn't think I was going to go through that at first, but now I realize that it's a real thing. So, but now my children do not live with me anymore. I am pretty much by myself without my children. I do a lot of things, of course, and some of you know that I am in school and I am finished. Oh my gosh. And so I can't believe I'm done, actually, and I graduate this May coming up. And I'm super stoked about it. I do have one more step in my journey to go, and that is to enroll into law school, and I should be doing that this fall. So I'm super stoked about that. So what the story is talking about is how the house is empty. It feels different. There's no one here but me. I used to feel lonely all the time, without anybody here. And now that they're, and everything. And when we were together, we felt like a whole, because it was all of us, all 4 of us. And so, now it's like, I do go visit my grandchildren often, and I see them a lot, so I'm pretty excited about that. Now, my next layout here, which is also going in my 4x8 album, and there's the sheet there that I'm pulling out so you can see that the design that I'm going to be doing is going to have 2 spreads, And both of these spreads are about school. That right there, where it says orientation check in here, that was when I first went my first orientation, which was back in January 2020, you guys, before the pandemic. Woohoo! And I was super stoked because I was on a university campus and I was like, yay, this is going to be great. I'm going to be super happy. I'm going to have a great old time. And I did for a while. And even though I broke my toe at the beginning of school, the first week, as a matter of fact, I was like, I'm still gonna go. I hobbled along in a boot and I was still happy-go-lucky. I was super stoked about it, And then the pandemic happened, which was in March of that year, 2020, and we had to be at home, and I was super sad. And so now you see, we fast forward here and you see those photos of myself in the middle and two of my schoolmates. Oh my God. Hi, Kenna and Katie. Yes. So Kenna and Katie and myself, we're all schoolmates. Katie is the one there. If you're looking at the video from there, she is the one on the far left, and then Kenna is the one on the right, and with the pretty eyes. As a matter of fact, her eyes are beautiful. Oh my gosh. And Kenna is the one who was on the right here. She was doing the tea, and we did a tea with her, a tea thingy, and we went over for, little snacks and teapots, the whole thing. And she put on a great little tea party for us there. And this was pretty much later on in late part of 2021. So that is like the following year. But as you can see, the spring, I think it was spring of 2021. And but we still had a good time, and we all have our mask on. And this was before the pandemic got out of control like it is right now. COVID is just running rampant, and I know a lot of people that are getting sick. But anyway, so I decided to go ahead and write those down and keep those in my memory bank. And I wrote a little story about how we got together, and we were very fortunate we were able to do so because we all, everybody is vaccinated. And so we all got together to just pretty much just have a great time and have some tea. And this is at the beginning when people weren't sure if the vaccinations were going to work. So it was funny because we were scared, and we haven't seen each other since school started, and we were like hugging, and we were like, oh my God, wait, it's COVID, and then we were like, well, we got our mask on. So, but we were good. We did not get sick or anything. So we were all good. We were very careful. We still all sat 6 feet apart from each other during the tea party there, but we had great conversation because it was 6 of us there. So, and we had a good time. And that's one of the things you want to remember. And I did write that down, and I felt like a whole person. And that's what the story is pretty much about feeling like a person again, being able to associate with people that you haven't seen or haven't been able to. And we've only, seen each other through Zoom, and, Zoom had become super, super, super popular, of course. And I remember when Zoom first started coming, when we started using Zoom, then nobody really knew how to use it. And now everybody's proficient in using Zoom, including myself, which is a surprise. So I was pretty happy about that. And so we got together, we had a great tea and everything. We talked and talked and talked and talked. And, the teas usually last for 2 hours, but I think we were there for like 4 hours. So, so sorry, Kenna, but she was a great host and hostess, and everything. So you see me flipping through. This is another example of me not using my AE kits. I put them all on a ring, all the phrases and the stickers and stuff. And I'm definitely going to make it because I've reset a lot of things, especially in my personal life. I've reset a lot of things, which you will definitely start seeing bits and pieces of that, and me revealing some things that are going on there. Because I consider all my scrapbooking people who watch my scrapbooking videos, I consider all you guys pretty much friends. You guys, that means I have almost 2,000 friends, and I would like to have more. But I just wanted to get on here and because like I said, I've been missing in action, and a lot of it was due to school, and part of it was due to other personal things, and then the other part of it was due to trying to manage two channels, because I do have two YouTube channels now, which my other YouTube channel is more of what I do, and I am the same person. I am the goofiest person you ever want to be around. I love to laugh. I love to joke. I love to just have fun. I like to forget about all of the negative things that goes on during my day or during my week, and just sit down and just have a ball with my friends and just talk. And so that's just who I am. And I'm noticing that since some things have changed in my personal life, I have become more open towards gaining friendships. And so that's what this is all about. It's all about feeling whole as a person, and just embracing new friendships, and being able to share some things with those friends and things like that. So as you can see now, I am finished with the album here. This is how it's going to go. I mean, I have some other stories that I have told in here, but I am super stoked about this. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in to my just blabbering talking. And you guys have a great and wonderful week, and I hope you enjoy this. Have a great day. Bye-bye.